and welcome to Just the Job, the program made especially for New Zealand career seekers and career changers. In today's show, we check out what you need to become an electrical apprentice, and then Thomas discovers some tasty career opportunities with KFC. So let's get started and head to South Auckland and join the latest intake of electrical apprentices with the Electrical Training Company.
Hi, I'm Nick Robinson. I've been an electrical apprentice for just over a year now, and I look forward to having an exciting and rewarding career being an electrician.
There's a shortage of skilled electricians in New Zealand, and Nick is one of many apprentices who are being trained and placed with host companies by training organisation ETCO, the Electrical Training Company. After successfully applying for an ETCO apprenticeship, all students start right here at their residential college in Ramarama, South Auckland.
Hey Nick, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, and you?
Good, good. Nice to see you back here after so long. We've got a new lot of guys coming through their induction training this week. Would you like to go and check them out?
Yep.
Cool. So at ETCO we have this facility called Martinsfield, and the main point of difference between what we do here and a normal apprenticeship done elsewhere is we get all of our guys together for an induction course, and during that course we teach them the basics about what they're going to encounter in the industry, but we also set them up for a few life skills as well. Well, Nick, you'll remember this, our lounge.
Nick spent 12 days here last year on his initial training, and as Luke takes Nick around Martinsfield on a nostalgic tour, the new intake of apprentices are fueling up for a busy day. Busy with breakfast.
Everyone's expected to be at breakfast at 7 o'clock. Breakfast for us is quite important. We make sure all of our apprentices have eaten before work starts. The working day is from about 8 o'clock through till 4:30 to 5, but after that there'll also be some homework or some assignments to do in the evenings. So they could be working anywhere from 6:45 in the morning through till 8, 9 o'clock at night.
ETCO started in 1991 as a joint industry and union initiative, responding to concerns of skill shortages. Since then, CEO Peter Rushworth has overseen the training of thousands of apprentices and students.
Today we employ 561 apprentices, approximately 200 new ones every year and 200 completions. The thing about a group apprenticeship scheme is the apprentices are employed by us. We're their employer, we pay them every week. We place the apprentices with host companies to gain the necessary skills and knowledge that they need to satisfy the requirements of their qualification. Our new apprentices are recommended to us by secondary schools. We believe that our best apprentices come direct from school.
Breakfast over, the next task for Luke is to carry out bedroom inspection.
So the course runs for 12 days. They come in on the first day knowing very little about the industry itself and very little about what our expectations as an employer are. So we take them through and we start with some very basic hand tools, very basic theory.
Nick met up with new apprentice Ruan to find out how he's finding the course.
Well, doing this course and these little project boards that everybody's busy doing just shows what type of work you can expect to be doing out there. Like, I didn't really know much about how to terminate a cable properly, what the proper technique was, using the pliers and everything like that, the links, just basic thing, hands-on things, and just the theorist side of it as well.
During the course we also have some outside presenters come in and they teach them things that they are going to need to know in the industry. For example, they do a heights and harness training with SiteSafe, which includes their SiteSafe passport.
Over the 12-day course, the main practical task is to build quite a complex power distribution and switch system. Day 11 of the course is the powering up day.
Can you help me do a couple of tests on it, just to make sure everything's all right?
The reason that these apprentices are able to have the opportunity that they have is the previous ETCO apprentices that have been before them. They've done a good job and they've had a good reputation for the company so that these guys have a place to go to. Okay guys, it's time to power up Ruan's board, so I need everyone to put their safety glasses on. Okay, Ruan, time to liven up your board. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all your circuit breakers are all off, and we're going to turn your main switch on and your RCD, and we're going to press the test button to make sure that the RCD works. We'll try all the switches and I'll do this one down here. Okay, Ruan, we have a 100% functioning project, so well done.
And well done to all those who completed their course.
We actively encourage all of our students while they're here on the elite course, in any downtime, to get together and play some group sports. Keeps them physically active, and it also promotes good teamwork and good camaraderie within the group.
The next step is block courses and night school, which take place at one of ETCO's 4 main regional centres. Nick's headed to Mount Wellington, where he's met by CEO Peter Rushworth.
So when were you here last, Nick?
I was last here on my block course last August.
Yeah. Level 2 block course.
The training centre has been arranged so that facilities are duplicated, allowing 4 groups of 12 to train at a time.
We use this area to quickly simulate circuitry and get the apprentices up to speed with designing circuits and wiring circuits. So it's a plug-and-play system, and on these panels we can simulate lighting circuits, power circuits, heating circuits and motor control.
Next, Nick's given a task.
So what I want you to do is test out the motor, the windings on the motor.
Okay.
Can you do that? Being an electrician provides the opportunity to earn a good wage. Certainly that's improving. It provides an opportunity to work where, and I guess to a degree when, you choose. It provides the opportunity to be self-employed, and with the income that's generated in that, the opportunity to be good contributing members of their community. Nothing wrong with that motor. ETCO is funded predominantly by the industry. When we place the apprentices with the hosts, we pay the apprentice and we charge the host to cover the apprentice's costs. Most of our revenue is generated from that area. We also receive some government funding for the training that we provide, the off-job training that we provide in facilities like this.
Last task for Nick, he's joined a team who are simulating wiring a 2-way switch.
It's been good to have the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Nick on this project. He's inspired me with his commitment to this project. All the feedback I've had from the people that he works with has been great, and I think he's picked a good career, and I think he'll do exceptionally well.
Looks like those guys have got great careers ahead of them as electricians. After the break, we'll find out about 2 possible areas they could work in once qualified.
It's been interesting seeing more of the background of my initial training. Now I'm heading back to my host company, Aztec Electrical in Auckland.
It's a routine early start for the team from Aztec Electrical. They're setting up the tools and equipment for a solar panel installation. Visiting the site today, Company Director Steve Hallett. Steve runs the morning meeting where all hazards are identified and the work can begin.
The solar side of it is probably about 1/3 of our business now. So the system that we're installing is battery storage, which is something completely different to the other panels that are on the roof. We can store all that electricity up during the day and use it when you're at home in the evenings.
There are 2 main tasks to this installation: preparing the roof for the panels and connecting them with the house power supply via this cabinet. The cabinet's moved into place. Next for Nick, he's heading for the roof, helping install the cables which connect to the control cabinet.
An average install takes 4 to 5 guys a day's work, and we have a mixture of tradesmen and apprentices, and we try to train the apprentices on everything from doing the roof work, which is putting the panels on the roof, through to doing the conduit work, right through to doing the switchboard work, and at the end of it, the commissioning. The apprentices enjoy the variety and they get to understand the system, and at the end of the day they get to see it all operating and they can see exactly what's going on.
Nick's given the task of connecting an isolator, a switch which will connect the panels to the cabinet.
So is this isolator weatherproof? Is it going to be okay for outside?
Yes, it has an IP rating of 65, which means it can withstand all New Zealand weather conditions.
Okay. We normally take on 2 or 3 apprentices every year, and that way it gives us a constant feed of tradesmen coming out in those years to come. We take all our apprentices from ETCO, the electrical training company, and the reason behind that is because they come really skilled, they understand the basics about health and safety, and they're keen.
Today, Apprenticeship Coordinator Bruce Bycroft is checking out ETCO apprentice Ryan Jones. He's soon to complete his training.
So basically just been doing that domestic one and a bit of commercial stuff, or?
Yeah, the solar sort of stuff.
Some solar stuff as well. Let's say just the house that you've been involved in a lot of. What steps have you taken to ensure your own personal safety when working on that job?
Oh, obviously just identify the hazards that are around.
So Ryan, what are these? How many of these are going on the roof?
Today there's 12 going to go on the roof.
12, so how many kilowatts is that?
3 kilowatts.
That's a 3 kilowatt system?
Yep.
So how many systems have you been involved with?
I've probably been involved in about 80 odd systems.
80 odd systems?
Yeah.
With the wiring in place, the solar panels are hoisted to the roof. Nick's back up there helping to fix them in place.
As an electrician, it's a great career. And I'm not saying that just because I'm an electrician. It gives you the ability to learn about the trade. You interact with other tradespeople, builders and plumbers and all the rest. So when it comes to doing your own bits and pieces around home, you've got all those skills that you've learned.
So the panels are in place, there's a new switchboard fitted inside, the control cabinet is locked, and the system is ready to go.
To be fair, it's a reasonable income once you've been in it for a few years. Not many sparkies around don't have a boat or a holiday home somewhere.
Electricians might also work in commercial or industrial sites. To find out just how different jobs can be, Nick's headed to New Zealand Steel.
Nick, how's things, mate?
Maintenance Superintendent Brad Stark, who was an ETCO apprentice while training, shows Nick around. New Zealand Steel is the country's sole producer of flat-rolled steel products.
So Nick, this is the raw materials of New Zealand Steel. From here we've got our primary concentrate, which is our reduced sand, and we've also got our coal and limestone, and you can see that in the background just over there.
The raw materials are heated in furnaces to eventually produce steel slabs. The slabs are then passed through various kinds of mills many times over to slowly reduce their thickness. Electrical work here is on a huge scale and mostly involves the immensely powerful motors that are used to keep the mill machinery moving.
Martin's our team leader in the rolling mills, and Scott, he's our industrial electrician.
After the daily health and safety meeting, electrician Scott Guthrie, who was also an ETCO apprentice while training, shows Nick his first task.
Okay Nick, so what we're doing today is a motor PM, preventative maintenance. It's just a check, so we'll isolate the motors and then go inside them and check the brushes' commutator condition.
There's a weekly check for most of the big motors in the plant.
This is the isolation status board. This explains what's isolated in this plant. So this is our one here. My name is the isolation leader and what equipment, what job we're doing.
With a lethal 33,000 volts powering some machinery, safety procedures are rigorous.
Okay, this is the electrical switch room where our isolation point is, so we'll head in there and put our locks on.
Once the motor is double checked that it's safe to work on, the job can begin.
Okay, the next job is to blow out the motor. So you need to have your dust mask on for this and make sure you've got hearing protection in. That's good. There's a couple more other places that you might be able to get some more dust. Okay, now we need to have a look at the brushes. Lift the springs up and pull the brushes out. We're looking at the brush surface, looking for any burning, abnormal colours.
So how many different kinds of motors are there here?
There's all sorts. We've got AC and DC motors. A lot of the motors are original, so they're 30 years old, and they range from 6,000 kilowatt down to a couple of kilowatt.
Our facility runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks of the year, and that's a key part to us. We need to keep our equipment running, and we need to keep it in an operable state. We spend our time doing visual inspections, measuring and looking at what our equipment is and what it's doing.
Nick's now running an insulation test on a roller grinding motor.
It's 100 mega ohm, which is really good for one of our motors in this environment where it's all dirty.
So the great thing with ETCO is that they've been able to provide the apprentices with some fundamental learnings, the beginning parts of the apprenticeship, before they come to New Zealand Steel. So once the ETCO apprentice comes to New Zealand Steel, we're able to give them some real heavy hands-on experience in the industrial sector and help to complete that apprenticeship for them.
It's been a great learning opportunity. Yeah, great to get hands-on experience in a potential career path. So it's been really good seeing all the possible career paths that will open for me.
Secondary schools are able to recommend suitable Year 11, 12 and 13 students for apprenticeships. ETCO staff work with schools, students and parents to ensure the necessary entry criteria before starting an apprenticeship. Students must achieve Level 2 NCEA with a minimum of 8 credits in each of maths, English and a relevant science. They must also have a commitment to ongoing learning, a positive attitude, ambition and a current driver's licence and own transport. On completion of training, apprentices receive the Level 4 Electricians for Registration certificate, which provides registration to work as an electrician. ETCO prides itself on having the best apprentices and places on the scheme are limited. After the break, Thomas is checking out careers with KFC, but first here's Hannah from Careers New Zealand.
Thanks, Clinton. Your chances of finding work as an electrician are good due to increasing demand for their services and too few people training for the role. Find out more about job prospects for electrician, as well as employment trends for more than 400 jobs on our website, www.careers.govt.nz.
Thanks, Hannah. After the break, Thomas sees what careers are cooking at KFC. You're watching Just the Job. Let's join Thomas now as he finds out about careers with KFC.
Hi, my name's Thomas Fairweather. I'm 18 years old and I've just finished school. I'm keen to learn about the hospitality industry and I'm here today to work at KFC.
KFC has been selling in New Zealand for over 40 years and today there's nearly 100 stores spread throughout the country. Thomas starts his So Good experience at Restaurant Brands, the Auckland office and parent company of KFC.
Welcome to Restaurant Brands.
Thank you.
I'll take you for a quick tour around our office and show you around.
Okay.
Christina started work as a KFC team member while still at school and now as area coach for the Tauranga area. There's a computerised run-through of health and safety and then a drive to KFC's brand new restaurant close to Auckland Airport.
If I was to say to you, salt and pepper, what would be the next 9 herbs and spices that would come to your mind?
That'll be for you to find out.
This restaurant represents the future. There's new booth seating, long tables for families, an outside eating area and a shiny digital menu board.
So at every KFC we have a front of house and we also have a back of house. This back of house is slightly different compared to the rest of them, which is our new integrated pack line. So it's one line packing all the orders which flow down. So all our product is delivered fresh to store, 6 or 7 days a week. And we cook it as required. So we have a system in place which tells a manager ideally what they should have on hand and how much they're going to sell within the required shelf life of the product. So for original chicken, it's like an hour and a half. So they've got within an hour and a half from when it's cooked to sell it.
Lottie Burt is a shift leader from Waihi.
Put it in the corner, and this is the zinger. This just makes the hot product.
She's showing Thomas how to prepare wicked wings.
Lottie has worked for us for 5 years, and she's started as a high school student and has progressed through to running a shift. And she now runs probably 5-6 days a week, running shifts for the business. And she's got a lot of skills and developed a lot of skills from a very young age and is a very reliable, efficient manager.
Perfect, and you can press the button, done.
Work out the back can be heavy compared with front of house. Baskets and racks of chicken are weighty.
Awesome, good looking wings. I'd eat them. I'd definitely eat those wings.
Heavy too is the lifting work that keeps the restaurant supplied. The cook is running low on the breading mix for original recipe chicken.
So we need flour, salt, milk and egg mix, and also the secret herbs and spices.
Will I get to learn the secret?
No, they don't even trust us with it.
Oh.
You know, it's great when you can get out of bed every day and enjoy going to do what you do, and working with the people that you work with and seeing them grow and develop as well. It's really great.
The 11 herbs and spices are mixed, along with salt and an egg and milk powder, and the job is done.
There's your sifted flour.
Oh, right. So how does working at KFC fit in with your uni studies?
My boss helps me out and she rosters me on the weekend and also after uni hours.
And do you enjoy working at KFC?
Yeah, I love it. It's a lot of fun work. It's hard work, but it's good.
KFC have just made a big investment in training. Called e-learning, all instruction is computerised. Here's how to make a twister.
Okay, so what am I doing after the lettuce?
You put on the tomato or the onion.
It's clever, comprehensive, can be accessed at any time, anywhere, and the animated sequences are fun to interact with.
Perfect, you made a twister in 20 seconds.
Well, that's the digital twister. Now it's time for the real deal.
Remember what goes first?
The shredded lettuce.
Yes, 50 grams of shredded lettuce, so grab out some hand.
Well, few problems here. Thomas has taken on board his computerised lesson.
Make it with love, you gotta make it pretty.
There's lettuce, tomato, red onion and sauce.
Then up here is where our hot ingredients are.
Okay.
2 strips and you put them nicely. Now you wrap it like a present.
And his supercharged crispy twister is looking everything it should be.
There you go. Your first twister.
Today, digital marketing assistant Ina Yee is visiting. She's here to shoot some stills that will be uploaded to the KFC Facebook page.
Well, social media is a very, very important aspect of our business. It's another tool of reaching fans that you can't target with normal traditional marketing methods such as TV and print. I'm very particular about how to set up the food and so it looks good at certain angles. So we like to use a lot of photography in our social content. So food photography is extremely important because it catches their eye, the colour that's in the photograph and the quantity of food, and that it oozes food appeal that people really just want to eat the screen.
Good customer service is highly important, and Thomas gets a taste at the restaurant's drive-thru.
So when a car enters the drive-thru, it's going to show up on our screen up here.
Okay.
So it'll arrive at the order point, which is where you'll hear a noise in your headset, which is when you can start talking to your customers.
Hi there, can I have a quarter pack?
Customers want fast, efficient, friendly service. We aim to serve every customer within 60 seconds from when they've finished placing their order. So we've got a new integrated drive-thru system which shows how long it takes us to serve each car and when they enter our drive-thru and how long they've been there for.
Like so many of KFC's managers, Christina also started part-time at school and has worked her way up. And she loves her present job as an area coach.
I like that every day there's something new for me to do, or there's stuff for me to learn as well. So every day is different, and every store that I manage is different as well. So they've all got different aspects of focus, and they've all got different needs as well. You've been doing really, really well with your training, and everyone that works a full shift at KFC is entitled to their free lunch. There you go. And Thomas has done really well. He's interacted with customers really well. He's very confident in speaking to customers, and he's got a lovely smile, so he's done really good.
I found it really interesting how they packaged the meals, how they cooked all the chicken, how they worked as a team to get it out there as fast as they could within a certain time. Yeah, it was really fun to watch and interesting to learn.
There are no entry requirements. Restaurant Brand's focus is on a positive attitude, strong work ethic, good personal presentation and good communication. Your training is a mix of on-the-job and e-learning. Career progression is excellent. Hours are flexible and can be tailored to fit in with other personal requirements. You are part of an international brand and the skills learnt are transferable to anywhere in the world. What's in all those herbs and spices? I guess we'll never know. Thanks to Thomas and everyone else for featuring in this week's program. To find out more about the training opportunities and careers from this week, plus information about all the careers we feature in this series, you can visit our program website at tvnz.co.nz/justthejob or simply Google Just the Job. Best of luck, and I'll see you again next week.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.